This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in Los Angeles. It's fight day. Ksi-Logan Paul 2 finally came around. We're going to be at the Staples Center this evening. Firstly, though, I'm delighted to be in Beverly Hills to be joined by Badou Jack. Badou, haven't seen you for a while. How have you been, mate? How are you keeping?
Great. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for asking. I just wanted to start, same as I did with Amir, by talking about the foundation, the Badou Jack Foundation. It's something I think very highly of, and a lot of people in boxing do. The great work you've been doing. Just a bit about it. How's it been going? Everything still sort of going very well with the foundation?
Yeah, it's been going great. You know, our mission is to give kids all over the world a fighting chance at life, and we be getting huge support from all over the world, and we're really thankful for that, and we're going to do the best out of it.
Now, since I last saw you in Dubai, you were promoting out there. Now, a lot's changed in such a short space of time. Pardon me. We got this huge event tonight at the Staples Center, Ksi-Logan Paul 2. JJ's someone that you've known for a while now, even back to when he first got into boxing and you were filming little bits and bobs of him. You've seen him, you know the guys around him. How's he been getting on? How's word on how camp's gone for this fight?
I haven't been in camp so much, but I've seen a little bit. He's been running with us too, so I mean, he's taking this fight seriously. Now they're real professional fighters, so it's not a game no more.
As a relative novice, Viddal was very honest there and admitting going into the first Logan Paul fight, he was training, but he was training as if he was someone just coming into boxing as a YouTuber. This time is different. He's came to Las Vegas. He's got away from the distractions. From your point of view and with all your experience, how beneficial is it to take yourself away out of comforts and to be in an isolated training camp where all it is every day going into a fight is preparation, and whether that be physical or mental?
I mean, everybody's different. Some people needs to be around a lot of people. Some people needs to get away. I mean, myself, I kind of need to get away, stay focused. I mean, regardless how you are as a person, you need to train hard. And, he's been training hard. He has a great team behind him, Viddal, Jeff Mayweather, Amir as a manager, Larry Wade as a strength coach, and all these other UK guys. And, he's definitely is prepared for this.
How beneficial do you think it is to have that team around him? It's, as I said to you guys before, a team that most professional fighters would feel incredibly blessed to have, whether it's the strength and conditioning, whether it's whoever's taking care of his affairs, whether it's who's helping him with preparation and sorting sparring for him. How lucky is he, and how beneficial will it be to have such a high caliber of team around him, even the likes of Stitch and all those guys as well?
I mean, at the end of the day, none of them can fight for him come fight night, but everybody's been helping him, to prepare him for this tough fight. So we'll see what happens.
Just to go back to the weigh-in yesterday, Badou, I saw you there, putting a little bit of an awkward spot. Right. Obviously, you're around a lot of KSI's team. Yeah. On the other side of things, we got Shannon Briggs, someone who I know you've got a lot of history with, someone you know incredibly well. Bit of conflicted interest on Shannon's part yesterday. We saw the altercations break out. Obviously, you weren't involved in that side of things, but from your point of view, what happened yesterday, and why did it happen as well?
I mean, first of all, me and Shannon go back over 10 years. He's the one who discovered me and brought me to America. I lived at his house. He's like a family member to me, so it's a little awkward. But so I think it was maybe 2 years ago, he was at my house in Vegas. We had dinner. Amir was there. We had a good time. And for some reason, I think Shannon is, he got mad at everybody for no reason. And then Amir just was joking with him, like, you're the only one clapping for Logan. He was just joking. And then he got mad. I don't even know if he saw that it was Amir. And he got mad, and then after I was going to say hi to him or whatever, and then Amir came with me, and then Shannon, exploded. But, I called him after. He called me, and he apologized. He didn't know it was Amir, and everything's squashed now.
Do you think that's just fight mode? That's what it was yesterday. A lot of guys, Amir was referencing it, can get a little bit tense, sort of heading towards a big fight. Do you think that's all it was?
Yeah, I mean, all of us are fighters. Everybody got big egos. So, there's actually more beef than between the actual fighters. So I think they put a lot of time into training Logan, Viddal with KSI and everything. So it's tension, and everybody's I think Shannon is not used to, or I'm not used to it either. All these social media people, everybody talking shit online, that nobody would say nothing to our face anyway. But I mean, I'm different. I don't read all that shit. I don't take nothing personal. If somebody comes saying nothing to my face, that's a different story. Nobody would ever do that. So I think Shannon is not used to that. He get mad, you know. Everybody is against him. I think that's how he feel. You know, he's a good dude. He's not a bad person. He discovered a lot of talent. He's a nice guy. He's not a troublemaker. I think he took this stuff too personal. This is two kids that fighting. Like I said, Viddal, he could be my son. He could be your grandson almost. You know, he's born '97. That's like he could be my son. That's why I always joke with Viddal, like, you're my son. You know, so I said, I mean, don't even take this personal. This is just build up to the fight. And, you know, we're cool now though.
Just to touch on Viddal, you said you joke with him all the time that he's your son. He's someone you've seen a lot. He was even on when I came out to Dubai for your show. He headlined your show. Yeah. Signed a promotional deal recently, Mayweather Promotions. He's got Amir looking after his affairs as well. Yeah. How excited are you for the future for Viddal Riley? You've seen him up close. How excited should we be about him, away from all the YouTube and everything else, just as a fighter?
No, he can really fight. He can really fight, and I'm proud of that kid. He's a very respectable kid. He's a good kid, and I wish him all the best.
A lot of mixed opinions in the boxing world about what we're going to see tonight. Not only the main event itself, but the fact we've got world champions fighting on the undercard of YouTubers. Yeah. Two sides to the coin. Some people say that, you know, prestigious fighters should not be fighting underneath two novices. Flip side to that, it's an opportunity for these fighters to sort of show themselves to a new world, to a new market as well. What's your opinion on it? How do you see it? Do you see it as an opportunity for these guys to showcase themselves?
I mean, you can look at it two ways. I mean, it's a great business opportunity, especially you got a whole different, a new world of subscribers or whatever you call it, a new world that's going to be, you know, watching boxing for the first time maybe. So I'm saying that's a great opportunity for Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney and all those young guys. So, I mean, and then if you take it personal and say these guys that never had a fight, they're supposed to be headlining in front of us, you know. So, but it's showcase fights for both of them, Billy Joe and Devin Haney. So, I mean, I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's a great thing.
Let's talk about you. When I last spoke to you a few months ago now, you said to me you were assessing options, you were looking at maybe a Brown rematch or something of that ilk. You will be back in the ring before the end of the year, December 28th. You're going to be in there with Pascal. I believe it's not the interim title, it's a WBA title. Talk to me about the decision to take that fight at this time.
All right, so let's start from the beginning. First, I won the WBA title against Nathan Cleverly. In the contract, it said I had to vacate the title, because they have some negotiation with the ones that was interim champion, with was the Russian guy, Viddal. He had 10 fights at the time. Nobody knew who he was. And I said, I don't want to vacate no title. And when I win it, Floyd told me, no, forget about that title. You're going to fight for Adonis Stevenson next anyway, for the real WBC title. I said, all right. I mean, we didn't have no option. We didn't have no choice. So basically I had to give it up. And then Viddal was the interim champion, so he was given the belt. And Andre Ward was the super champion. He retired, so they made Viddal the only champion, even though he never fought for the title. So whatever, I get the chance to get my title back now, and I wanted to fight Marcus Brown, the rematch, of course. I was headbutted. That wasn't a fair fight. So, but yeah, I guess he lost. And I got to fight my friend Pascal instead.
I know you won't want to look beyond Jean Pascal. That said, you said there, and we've spoken about it before, wanting that rematch. Is it still a possibility going it next year? If you are victorious, there's a lot of fights at light heavyweight, but in spite of that, would he still be near the top of the list perhaps?
I mean, this is the business. So, of course, I'd rather fight a big money fight than fighting a rematch. That's for my pride. That's for myself. But yeah, if somebody come with a big money fight, of course I take that one instead. This is the business. You wasted your weeks of training camp. Of course you want to make the most money.
One fight I'm sure you had a close eye on not too long ago. We saw Saul Alvarez come up to 175, up to your weight, against Sergey Kovalev. Bit of a tentative start, took his time, hunted him down, took him out. Were you impressed?
I mean, yeah, of course. You got to respect Canelo. To me, he's probably pound for pound the best. And he fought a lot of great names, and, he's a great fighter. And I got nothing but respect for him. But it felt like Kovalev didn't even try to hurt him. He wasn't mean in there. Because I said the fight was fixed. I said it almost looked like it was fixed the way Kovalev fought. I'm not saying that the knockout was fixed. Absolutely not. I saw it. I was right there, right in that corner when it happened. So that was a legit knockout. But yeah, it didn't feel like Kovalev was the crusher, if you know what I'm saying. But who knows? It could have been a problem making weight. He just had a tough fight. I don't know.
Do you think now, on the back of a glamorous career at times, a phenomenal career to be proud of, a lot of people were sort of saying something along the lines of what you were saying, which is like it almost looked at times like he was just happy to be there or whatever. Do you think it's the right time now for Sergey to sort of call it a day?
I mean, it's up to him. I would probably say yeah. He made a lot of money. He had a great career. He probably going to be a Hall of Famer. He was a great fighter. So I don't know. The prime Kovalev wouldn't have lost to Canelo. Absolutely not.
There's a lot, like I mentioned, there's a lot of names out there for you at 175. You said, it's a business. We'll see what offers come in the future to sort of depend on who I'm going to fight. Who do you assess as the toughest test for you in that division? We've got Viddal there, but Turbiev recently with a great win as well. Don't think Canelo's probably going to hang around at 175, but he's taken out Sergey Kovalev. How do you assess the rest of the division?
To be honest, all of them are good fighters. I think Badou is probably the strongest guy out of all of them.
Badou, as mentioned, it's fight day. I'm not going to keep you for too long. You've got your own training to do, and then obviously team affairs as well. You'll be wanting to do more than sit and talk to Boxing Social all day. So I'm going to leave the final word to you. Can we get a prediction for tonight? How do you see it going?
I think Ksi is going to knock him out in the 5th round.
Badou Jack, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for making time for Boxing Social. Have a great night.